Live. Yeah, good day everyone, and welcome back to our weekly market outlook for the market for the week of Monday, October 9th, 2023, down to Friday, October 13th. And we're going to be just reviewing some basic pairs together and see how we can basically look for opportunities or setups in the markets that suit our system and that we might look to trade. Okay, so to begin quickly, we'll just kickstart by just looking at the fundamentals. We'll begin by looking at the fundamentals for the week there. And today is Monday. You can see today is bank holiday. So there's bank holiday in Japan. There's bank holiday in Canada. There's also bank holiday in the US. So we're probably going to see some slower price action, not necessarily, but I would probably expect not so much volume, right? We might not see so much injection of volume in the markets because of this. These are three major areas, but nonetheless, the price will still move. Personally, I don't necessarily get into the gear for trading until it's like between Tuesday and Thursday. Those are my real trading days. But if we spot a good trading opportunity, sure, by all means, I'll probably look to capitalize on that. And then what setups are we looking at for the week? Well, so if you look through, so last week Friday was NFP, right? Don't worry, I'll come back to that in a bit. But for those of you who didn't know, the NFP came out actually way better than expected. So let me go down to show you it here. However, the way the market reacted to it will probably be contrary to what people thought. Look at the NFP here. Okay, let me change the color of this to something darker. Okay, so this is the non-farm employment change, right? That's it. It was expected to come out at 171K, but it came out at 336K. So way almost double what was expected. Now, this is a strong report for the dollar, and you'd anticipate that on the norms, this should cause the dollar to begin to go down. Not go down, the dollar to begin to strengthen, okay? So something like EU, GU, you expect it to begin to go down, because if the dollar strengthens, you see that. However, what we saw was a situation where the market just flushed down, then went back up. So this flush down here was basically the implication of the news. However, the actual direction the market wants to move, it's where it ended up going, moving towards. And, this is one of the reasons why, I don't trade news in itself. It doesn't make any sense to do that. But one of the things news does is it can trigger the reaction, a lot of injection. So a lot of dumb money, like I'll call them, who are getting involved based on those news reports, might get trapped on the other side of the market with the anticipation that, oh, this is good, we expect markets to keep going down. And what they become is liquidity grab for the market to then go in the opposite direction. So I always show you, I'm always talking about, oh, this is the news expectation for the week, but I always see the same thing. I do not read the news, and this is one reason why I pay attention to it, so I know what times or what areas or period I want to just probably stay away from the market or manage my current open positions. So what do we expect for the week? Well, there is so on Wednesday, there are some high impact news from the dollar. You can see them here. That's the core PPI and also the FOMC minutes meeting. So this is by 7 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. on Wednesday. There's high impact news from the US. Also on Thursday, there's GDP reports from the pound, GBP, that's from pound, UK. That's also going to be very significant. It is expected to come out at 0.2. If it comes out at 0.2 or better, we could expect a stronger, GBP, for instance, GBPUSD, I'm expecting price to begin to move up. Positive reports here might just serve as catalyst. Already, price is already moving up, just like I discussed earlier. And then we also have by 1:30 p.m. some high impact news from the USD, so the core CPI, the CPI MM, and the CPI YY, as well as this one, the unemployment claim. So this is going to be a significant one. The unemployment claim is expected to come out at 216K. We'll see what it actually comes out at on Thursday. And then on Friday, this is the the Chinese one. Don't pay attention to that. There's also GBP, a speech, and there's also the consumer sentiment. So those are the fundamentals we're expecting for the week. Basically, we'll just keep an eye as to regards those times. So for me, stay away from the market or look to manage my positions. So now let's go over to the actual chart and look for basically just look at some reviews as regards some pairs and then see what we can potentially look for to get involved in. Now on so I'm going to begin with the XAUUSD. Actually, I'm going to begin with the DXY. So let's quickly look at the DXY. The DXY is the dollar index. Okay, so dollar index is still doing what dollar index is doing. I don't think I need this anymore. Okay, let's go back to XAUUSD and see what that. So basically, for those of you, I'm sure Chinedu, some of you guys here who were in some of the previous classes that we had last week, I made mention of something that this is a weekly protected low. I'm sure you'd remember. If you remember, I'm sure you. Okay, no, I think those were the cutting edge classes. I didn't record them and I didn't post them on my YouTube. But feel free to let me know if I'm making a mistake. However, I did mention clearly that this weekly protected low, I anticipate that price is going to begin to go up from here. And the whole idea is that, well, this market is very, very bullish on a longer term basis. It's very bullish on the weekly, very bullish on the monthly, very bullish on the 3-day chart. On the daily, we're bearish. On the 1 hour, on the 4 hour, all been bearish. And I think I also give you guys assignment. Basically, I told you and Collins to basically alert me if some things happen, but you didn't. But we'll look at those. Now, I made mention of something. So on the 4-hour chart, let's quickly look at that. Yeah. So on the 4-hour chart, I said that this is 4-hour protected high. At the time when price began to move up here, I said chances that price is going to, this is the 4-hour protected high. However, and this is the target for the 4-hour time frame. And is it that price pulls back, take it out, and then continue to move? But what we'll see now is price has actually tapped into that area. It's grabbed liquidity. On the 4-hour time frame, we're still bearish. However, on the 1-hour time frame, you see that we began to break bullish. Like we've broken 1-hour protected highs, right? We've made a first break to the upside. So I'll just call this let me rename this break of structure to the upside. So this is the 1-hour BOS. Let me name this 1-hour BOS. Okay, so that's the break on the 1 hour. So we've shifted bullish for the first time in the 1-hour time frame, at least within this range that we're considering. And now the question is, what next? Now, here's something to note, right? We've made a new high. So basically, this is the market movement, right? This is market movement I'm interested in. So price went from this low, okay? This low, okay? Let me change that color. Price went from this low down here, okay? Broke this high. That's the high. That's all these highs are just fake highs. Broke this high, at least the one I look at it. This is the high I'm interested in. It broke that high here, thereby posting a bullish. Basically, this is where we had the break. And one thing I like about this is the impulse that price is moving with. There's strong impulse here. This is showing me that the market, there's a good chance that we want to defend this level. So on the weekly time frame, buyers want to defend this area and don't want to go below it. So therefore, what I want to see or begin to see is for that, price to begin to post a structure to the upside. Now, here are 2 things I'll be looking out for on XAUUSD. For the week. Now, the first and most important, I know a lot of people will be looking at this and saying, oh, price needs to pull back here and then I'll look to buy or something like that. So those of you trade smart money or thereabout, yeah, that could happen. And I think if you look at this one, so because it's a trading view, it looks like this. On your broker charts, it will look, there'll probably be a gap here or something like that. And that's because while trading view would show you all the market price action within the weekend. The broker on your broker chart, there's no price action within the weekend, so there'll probably be a gap here. And a lot of people will be expecting that, oh, there's a big imbalance here. Okay, there is an SND area here. There's probably one here too as well, even though I can't really see. And so people are expecting, okay, let's pull back here and then begin to go up. Now that's one thing I expect price to do. However, the likelihood is that price is actually going to just break up and maybe break down and then break up again. This would be my so my first scenario would be, my first outlook with this would be, we see the market break up and then just keep breaking up. Alternatively, we could see a break up, pull back, then move back up. Obviously, there's also the chance that price just fails and continue to break down, and then we do nothing with this one. However, right here, right now, all I'm looking for is confirmation to buy. because we've made a low, we've made a high, we've broken out here. What I want to see is a second break. If we break above here, we've broken twice to the upside. That is strong bullishness. Now, remember this area here is the 4-hour SND area, or the 4-hour area of interest, where potentially if the market still wants to continue to go down, we could see price break back down. However, we could see price break back down here, right? But that could only be part of the process for price to then continue to go up. Because of the way price is setting up, I'm leaning toward the bullish side. I'm leaning toward looking for buys on this. I'm not going to try and sell this thing, except we see price close below here. This low here, let me just clear all of this. This green line here, if we have a 4-hour candle close below it, then I go back to being very bearish on this one. Otherwise, I am actually very bullish, or getting into the tone to be very bullish. Or what I want to see is another break to the upside. Actually, I'll be looking for buy opportunity within here to actually follow that break. But then if we get that break, you know, maybe we even pull back down like this, I'll still be looking for that buys. Once we clear this high, well, gold now begins to look very, very bullish. But until then, all of these are just potential. Okay, so you know how you manage yourself with it. Let's look at EURUSD. Let's look at EURUSD. So EURUSD, I made, we had the discussion on this one. Yeah, so Chinedu, that was you, especially at the time when I had this conversation in the last class with some of you guys. The price was down here, right? So price was down here, and I said, well, this is the break I'm looking for. If we have a break above this high, that's going to be our first break to the upside on the 1 hour time frame, based on the way we look at it. And I said, alert me if that happened. Well, you didn't, probably for whatever reason. Well, I was able to get involved in a trade here. It was a very good trade. When we pulled back down into that area, I think I was able to get involved. I think that was the only trade I took on EU on this market here. The market actually came down and closed me here at break even. Obviously, I've taken partial, so I took partial out here. I took partial. So when price came here, I got confirmation. I think my entry was on the 5-minute time frame. As price continued to move up, I had my stop loss left at break even, right? Because I understood that the news was going to come out. Unfortunately for me, in this particular case, you see how the market came down. This was the news. This was when the NFP came out. It came down, cleared my low. Yeah, I already made, I think, about 5 RR or thereabout on this one. No, it was 5 RR in total. So something like 3.5 RR already. And then you see how price began to move. So the market is doing exactly something I quite like. We're breaking to the upside. We're holding lows, right? We're holding lows to the upside. We had the first break, a second break, a third break. We broke down bearish, and then we broke back up bullish again. So if we look at this, what am I looking to do here? Well, so let me just do this. We have this area like this. We have another break, okay? And this would be a bearish break. So let me just make this. Okay, so let me just make this a different color. So we had that break to the downside, and then we broke back up. So this is good, right? This is actually there's a break here and a break there. Doesn't matter. Let me do this. Okay. And now we are in this bullish leg coming from this move down here. And then if we go up a little bit, look at the daily time frame, see where we are. On the daily time frame, we are still very, very bearish, right? You understand? We're still very, very bearish. For those of you who were in the Friday strategy class, I did mention, where we looked at the divergence, how to trade divergence. We actually we were able to discern that we are divergent. There's bullish divergence on EURUSD on the daily. There's also bullish divergence on gold, on GBPUSD on the daily. Price is posting lower lows. The oscillator is posting higher lows. And now we don't trade that in itself, but that's a clue as to potential either reversal or change of trend, right? So now the question is, where are we now? On the 4-hour time frame, you see we are bouncing away from 4-hour SND. So we're still holding the bearish side on the 4-hour time frame, right? However, so this is where again, so this is where multi or MCFT, that's multi-time frame analysis, or MTFA comes into, needs to be very useful, because on the 4-hour time frame, we are actually reacting from an area of interest. So if you're looking for sales on the 4-hour, this would have been a good area to look for sales. However, on the 1-hour time frame, we are in this bullish range. So we're coming from this low. Where is my pen? So we're coming from this low down here, and we make this high. Now, one of two things is key. Price is either going to take out this high or take out this low. If price takes out this low, then we go back to being bearish. Otherwise, if price takes out this high, we now become bullish. And if price takes out this high, chances are we're going to take out that 4-hour highs, which would then mean we'll probably take out the daily high. Not daily high, the 4-hour break of structure, the 4-hour protected high, which is just slightly above where we are now, above this current high here. So yeah, you can see there. That's also the daily protected high as well. So if we break this high, which is where I am actually looking to target, which is very close to this, we're most likely going to break this one as well. And then that keeps us in we've shifted bullish on the 1-hour, we would have shifted bullish on the 4-hour, and also shifted bullish on the daily time frame. And then, the market now begins to look slightly, more and more, not bullish long term, but to a point where I'm okay looking for buy opportunities. Okay, so how would I look to treat this? Well, if you look at where we are now in price, we've just pulled back down into this area here. You can begin to those you trade. So if you're looking to trade trend lines or however it is, now remember, one thing is to figure out where market, the first point is to try and figure out where potentially the market is the direction price wants to go. Okay, so if you identify the potential direction the market wants to go, the next point will be, okay, so how do we trade the market in that direction and try and make money off of it? So this is where your own entry criteria will come in. Some of you might use something like counter trend line break like this. Others might decide to look for, go down on a lower time frame and look for structure within here to buy. Others might look for candlestick formations, let's say pin bars or engulfing candles as a reason to buy. Let's say something like this. This would have been an engulfing candle. You see this from an area you're interested in, you can place a buy at this current open here at the close of the candle, stop loss below here. You'll probably be in a loss now, but the market is still on, and then you'll be going after this high. And then alternatively, you can maybe look for a break above this trend line, retest of it, look for confirmation, and then look to trade. So this high, take profits, and then look to manage your positions to the upside if price continues to move. So, but this is one I will be interested in looking out for. Let me just drop quickly down and see something. So we this is looking interesting, good. So we'll see how this one plays out. You have my idea with regards to, so on this time frame here, I'll probably look at something like this and say, well, if we break this high here, so say if we break this high like so and pull back, I'll look to maybe buy. If I find confirmation, maybe put my stop loss below this low, go after obviously higher highs, but then this would be one place I look to take profits, and then manage my positions the way based on my own trading system. Okay. Also, there's also the good chance, so you can see that there are you can refine this area even further to the point where price can bounce back down, come deep into this region and then break it from here. Okay, so that's one. There's a structural shift or the trend line break, whichever one you use to trade, and then you look to confirm it yourself. Okay, so that's XAUUSD and EURUSD. So let's quickly look at GU. So GU, same thing with the EU. I also gave out this same idea. Look for a break above this 1-hour high here. We had that break. I think I got involved in a trade here. Yeah, I did. I took one trade on EU, one trade on GU on Friday. My trade on G, I took two trades actually. I took a trade here. That was a loss. And then I took a trade somewhere around here, and that was a win because I took profits here. Then markets came down and closed me out at break even with the news. So similar pipeline, but you can see the same thing. We broke up once, broke up again, then we broke down, so we made a bearish break, and then we broke back up. So we're still looking to take out this high, which is very close to, you see how the liquidities are lining up, very close to the daily and the 4-hour protected high. And we are pulling back into an area. I'm interested in looking for buys to take it up towards those regions. Okay. So that's EUGU gold setup. I think those yeah. You know, now for you, most of you, those of you who have funded your account, you know that we have our cutting edge classes. Okay. So I would be looking to break down more in break down some more with regards to many of the other pairs, but I think with regards to the week, those are some setups you can look out. I'm also on USDCHF sell. Had a very good trade here last Friday. This one, fortunately, I'm still on this one because I was able to get involved somewhere around here, and the market came almost close to my entry, almost close to my stop loss. Didn't take me out per se, although I took partial profits here. I took also another partial profit somewhere here, and then this happened, and I'm still on this trade. I'm holding this one. I was looking to get involved here, but I didn't get, well, I can't trade everything. I wasn't on my charts. This was earlier today. I think I was in a meeting. But price came into the area I'm interested in. I was looking at these two areas for sales. Price came into here, and now we're going after this low. So yeah, I'll be breaking down more on some of these pairs. Some of them are not really doing so much as at current time. But we'll look at them together on the cutting edge class. NZD card is doing exactly what I expected, what we discussed. I told you guys about the Y curve accumulation schematic here that was forming on the 4-hour and the daily chart. You could see that, and then how we are probably holding up LSP, and yeah, this one has been delivering fantastically. So it's just a case of riding this move until I see a reason not to trade it. But for now, this market is very bullish in my opinion. It's just about looking for setups to enter the market based on the way I trade. Okay. So yeah, I think that's much we'll take. Weekly market outlook classes. For weekly market outlook class for today, we looked at a number of pairs from the DXY, which we didn't really do anything with. XAUUSD, which we're looking for buys, is showing bullishness. GBPUSD, we're looking for buys, showing bullishness. On the smaller time frame, though, don't get it mistaken. On EURUSD, we're showing bullishness, and USDCHF, we are looking for sales on that. Now, USDJPY. USDJPY is one where I don't like what I don't. It's just there. We had this range. This range was formed in like 5 minutes. I was on my chart. This whole range here was formed in 5 minutes. And since then, and that was back in, I think it was Thursday or Wednesday. And since then, see how market has not even moved away from that range. It's ridiculous. So on this one, I'll just, right now I'm probably leaning toward the fact that price will probably drop. However, this is UJ. Price can easily just continue to go up. So, I would wait for the market to decide on what it wants to do within this range, and then I'll look to get involved if it makes sense to get involved in it. Okay, thank you, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed the training. I'll see you guys in the next class. This will also be uploaded on YouTube. If you're watching from the YouTube, please do ensure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and watch. There are lots of content, very good content in the channel that that probably help you on your trading journey. Okay, so I'll see you guys.